Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be making something from this. Right, so I'm not 100% sure what this is, in all honesty. If you've got any ideas, then please put a comment in below, and let me know what you think. Now, it has got a bit of an oaky smell to it, so I'm wondering if it might be red oak, but again, don't hold me to that because I'm not 100% sure on that. So there's quite a lot going in there. It's quite, I don't think you can hear, but it's very sort of rotten. I found this log on the side of the road, so I'm next to obviously the stump where it had been felled, so I imagine it was taken down for a reason. You can see a lot of stuff going on in here, white, I think it's some sort of fungus or something, so it's possibly the reason why the tree was taken down. So yeah, it's quite a hefty piece. So widthways at the bottom there were about 10.5 inches. Lengthwise we're getting on for 14.25, 14.5. This way round with best part of 18 inches, so it's quite a chunky piece of wood. As for the other side, if I can, squash my finger, I can turn it over. You can see we've got a few chainsaw marks in there as well, but other than the centre, it feels pretty solid. Sort of depth of it, we're sort of around 6.5 to 7 inches. So what are we going to make from it? I have no idea. It's quite a chunky piece, so I don't know, and I don't know if I'm going to get a very good fixing in the middle there to put a face plate or a worm screw or anything like that, so I'll have to have a think about what we're going to do. Sorry, you'll have to excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold as well at the moment, so I apologise if you hear me sniffing a lot. So I don't know whether to make a bowl or to cut another slither off it, another slab off it, and try and make a crotch platter or something like that. Not quite decided. Again, we got some more chainsaw marks here. Yeah, and the bark is falling off in places. It seems like it's quite securely on there, but we all know how that can change. So right, I'll have a think about what we're going to do with it, and then I shall come back and let you all know. Right, so what I'm thinking is I might just have a poke around with a screwdriver just to sort of see how deep this sort of rock goes. As I said earlier, I was thinking about possibly cutting another slab off of it, sort of 2 or 3 inches thick. But my only concern is how far this goes in. I don't want to cut some more off it and then find that it all falls apart, because that's going to create a lot more issues than what we already have. So I'm just going to have a poke around with the screwdriver, see how deep it goes, and we'll go from there. Right, so as you see, I've had a poke around with the screwdriver. I've got to be honest, still not convinced. I've got most of it out that wants to come out quite easily, so I think what I'm going to do, get it set up. We'll trim some edges off so it fits on the lathe, try and find the centre, and then we'll try and make a flat spot there to get it between centres, and we'll have a little play, see what we can do. Worst case scenario, it explodes when I touch it with a chisel. or failing that, it turns out quite well. Right, so as you can see, we're on the lathe. Made a few minor adjustments, just took some corners off there just so it was able to spin on the lathe, no fouling up anywhere. So yeah, just took 3 corners off. The wood's still a little bit damp, by the way, I forgot to mention that earlier. It's still it's not completely green, but it's certainly not completely dry either, so we'll see how we get on with that. But I've changed the belt settings on the lathe, got it on the slowest speed available for this lathe, which is 250 RPM. I've got the control box to the right of me at the moment, and we're just going to turn it on for the first time, see how balanced we are, and to see if it tries to kill me. So stay tuned. I'm going to be using the Robert Sorby 1/2 inch Sovereign tool for this one. So we're getting somewhere. At the moment it's looking like a lovely piece of wood with the purple effect in there, like you'd get in You. Looks really nice. Hopefully that'll stay. Again, if anybody knows what this wood is, then please comment below and let me know, because so far, even though it's quite soft wood, it is really nice. So anyway, we're going to carry on and see if we can get this bit of bark off, so I've got bits more solid wood to get the tailstock up against. So my plan is to try and turn it away up to, I don't know if you can see this chainsaw mark here, just try and clear that a little bit, try and keep it quite shallow on the curve, just because of how unsure I am of the centre of the heartwood. If I could keep it quite shallow, then I can turn a lot of the heartwood away. Hopefully that won't cause us any problems further down the line. And then hopefully this bark on the outside here seems quite sturdy. Whether it stays the same once the wood dries out a little bit more is another thing, but hopefully we can have a bit of a live edge on there as well. Right, so he seems to be coming into some problems here now. We're starting to get to the heartwood. Yeah, and as you can see, it's all all started to chip out again. Not entirely sure what to do at the moment about that, but I think we'll carry on. The bark seems to be holding up at the moment, so apart from that bit, we've got a bit of a crack coming through there as well, right where that chainsaw mark is, so that's possibly going to cause us some more issues. More cracks there as well. Right, let's carry on. It's a very damp, miserable day in the UK today, and struggling with my face mask, steaming up. Right, so what I'm thinking of doing now is actually turning it round, putting the chuck on, getting it in the chuck. We can always turn it around again in a little while, but I want to start taking some of the middle out now, just to sort of see how the heartwood's going to hold together, because yeah, it's very, very punky. So I want to try and get rid of some of that, so I can sort of see how the rest of the wood's reacting, whether this is all going to come out or not. But yeah, as I've already said, it's this bit here where the harder wood is there. The colours in there are absolutely gorgeous. All being well, if it stays together, it could turn out quite nicely. Right, so we'll switch round now, and yeah, we're just going to try and sort of gently take away some of the inside now, just to sort of see how we are and how it's going to hold together, and then we'll go from there. Oh dear, we're losing bits here, left, right and centre now. Look at it. Oh dear. So the carbide cutter seems to be handling it a little bit better at the moment, so we'll carry on with that for a little bit. But yeah, it's very, very soft. in the middle here. It's just falling apart. Well, I didn't think it was going to be easy, and I'm not wrong. Look at it. Now I'm going to carry on taking some of this soft, horrible stuff out, and I'll see you back in a minute. My camera battery's actually run out, and I didn't realise, so you'll probably notice that there's quite a lot of difference from a moment ago that you would have seen in the video. So I've had a go at trying to turn the edges away, just to try and sort of get rid of some of the rot on the outside. Also, you can see I've been trying to sort of get, well, just trying to find some hardwood in there basically. I'm not really sure where to go from here at the moment. It's causing me a few issues. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the video here for the time being, just while I try and find out if there is actually enough hardwood in here to make something from. You can see on the outside, you know, it's all of this is actually hard, and a lot of this is as well. Again, there's a lot of punky rotten wood there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away, have a look through, see what I can do with it. I don't want to bore you all with me just using a hammer and chisel, poking and hammering away. So what I'll do, I'll go away, try and find some hardwood in there, and yeah, we'll come back, and I'll let you know where we've got to. But yeah, all of this in here, like you can see, it's in there tightly, but it's, I don't know, it just as soft as anything. And yeah, it's obvious the tree obviously had a disease of some sort. So but we'll try and save it. We'll see if we can make something from it. Right, so we're about 4 weeks later now. As you can see, not much has changed. So I've let it dry out a little bit more. It's still not completely dry, but it's unbalanced itself. So off camera I've just trued it all up again. I've had it switched round, redone the outside of it, and now I've flipped it back round. I didn't think you'd want to see that again. So yeah, what we're going to do now is try and take out as much middle as we can. Hopefully it won't fall apart, and we'll see what we got left, and then we'll try and tidy up some of this stuff with a Dremel, and see if we can make something half decent from this piece of wood that isn't particularly great. So anyway, we'll get the lathe turning, and we'll crack on. So we're still not turning very quickly. It's about 310 RPM at the moment. that's it, all hollowed, well, I say hollowed out, finished up now with regards to removal of the wood. I don't know if you can see very well, the light's going now, but yeah, it's still very unbalanced, still a little bit wet, but I'm going to leave it for today, and then tomorrow I'll come back and we'll address some of these cracks. Not sure if you can see that or not. It's not the best light, as I say, but yeah, there's a bit of a crack there, and there's a hell of a lot of sanding to do, and also this bit here. I'm not sure whether to take this little knob off, but I'm going to try and clean some of this up with the Dremel and everything, but I'll call it a day, and we'll be back tomorrow and see if we can try and get this finished off. Right, so it's the next day again, and I've had a little think about it, and off camera I've done a little bit of sanding. Yeah, it's come up quite nicely, so I don't think I'm going to Dremel anything. I think if I try and take any of this away with Dremel, I'll probably end up making it look a little bit, I don't know, a little bit odd, I think. So I'm going to leave it as it is, and what I'm going to do is actually carry on sanding. I've only got up to 120 grit, so what I'm going to do is carry on sanding, but actually wet sanding. I'll use the Howard's beeswax and orange oil, and sand it, so hopefully the paste that creates will fill up some of the old sanding marks and tool marks that I can't get out. That's the plan anyway, so we'll crack on with that and see how it looks. So I've finished sanding up at 120 now, and it looks like it's come up quite nicely. So I'm just rubbing the excess off now, just to get the paste off, in case there's any grit or anything in there. I don't want to start the next grit and end up getting a chunk of something stuck under there and scratching it all again. So I've done both sides. As I say, just cleaning the excess off now, ready to start the next grit. So yeah, we'll start the next grit, and I'll bring you back when I've worked my way through all the others. Right, so we're just going to start the last and final grit, which is 600. Right, so that's the first coat of beeswax and orange oil on. It's going to need some more, definitely, but I've actually run out now, so I'll have to get some ordered up, but there's enough there for you guys to actually see how the wood looks with a finish on it. So, like I say, it's come up really nicely. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to get it turned round again now, get it in a jam chuck, and then start removing the tenon from the bottom, and then hopefully get this video finished up. Right, so I'm pleased to say it's finally done. This project has gone on for a little over a month now, on and off, working at it a little bit at a time. As you were seeing in the video, I've had lots of issues with it, lots of problems. Yeah, it's taken a time to get this video out, so I apologise it's taken so long, but I think and hope you all agree that it was definitely worth the wait. I mean, there's so much going on this piece, I don't really know where to start. I mean, the colours, the grain, the rots and everything, it's well, every time I look at it, it's I notice something different. So yeah, I hope you all agree it's come out really nicely. See, I've finished off the bottom there, nice little foot and everything, a little bit of a recess in there. I'm not sure whether you can pick that up on the camera, a little bit of a recess there. Still need to finish the bottom off, and obviously still need to give it another few coats of the beeswax and orange oil. I'm glad I managed to keep the bark in there as well. I don't think I showed it in the video that I actually super glued all of the bark, just thin CA glue all over the bark, and soaked it in there just because I wanted to try and keep the natural edge, and just try and keep this bowl looking as nice as it does. But yeah, I mean, I was originally talking about using a Dremel and sort of cleaning these bits up a little bit, but I think the bowl tells a story of its life, and I didn't really want to interfere with that any more than I needed to, really. So if you did enjoy the video, then obviously please give it a thumbs up, share, and if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. It'd really mean a lot to me if you did. So yeah, so again, apologies that the video's taken so long to come out this time, and hopefully next video will be a little bit quicker. So anyway, from me, thanks again, and we'll see you again next time. Cheers then, bye for now.